Hey y'all, it's Jason again. I'm here at my mother-in-law Sarah's house, and she's getting her hair cut, and she's getting a haircut that maybe would be called like a pixie haircut. So on another video I cut bangs, and on this video I'm mainly going to show you how to layer a pixie haircut. So before you started rolling, I cut her bangs. I cut the right side of her head. Now I'm going to cut the left side. I don't have a mirror to work from in the kitchen, so I'm going to pick out a spot on her ear. I'm going to cut to that spot. I cut to a spot on the right ear. It's going to fall at the top of the right ear. I just stand behind her and pull each piece in front of the mirror and measure that way, but since I don't have a mirror, I'll just use a anatomical spot. And it'll probably be about a ½ inch, because that's about how much I cut off on the other side. So she likes her ears cut out, so I'm going to kind of cut upward and follow the ear. Anytime a person's part starts falling like that, you can clip it back, because you always want to be working off a real clean part. I've cut it there, so now I'm going to get all this hair. This is the first time I've cut Sarah's hair, so I'm going to work pretty slow, but you can probably tell she's got really good thick hair. This is a hard spot to cut at when you're right-handed. If you got long scissors like me, these long ones are best for cutting men's hair, but only on one pair, so I have to use what I have. So when you get to that spot, you can make her head turn a little, and then you'll have a little bit more room. She likes it round at her nape, so this hair, instead of just following that line down, I'm going to pull my fingers out so I cut a little less. That way I got some hair I can make a round shape out of when I get to the back. This is about all I can reach, so I'll get the rest of that when I work on the back. Since this is a real layered haircut, I don't have to pull this hair now down to that line I made and then cut it, because none of it's going to get cut anyway when I'm outlining. It's all going to get cut when I layer it. So anyway, so now there's some little sprigs right there at her ear, and this is where you get real careful and you just nip away some of that, but not, part of her ear. This is a tricky spot too. You don't always have to do, but you can comb some of this hair forward, and it's just a really good thick head of hair. So you're going to find some that you missed, or is some that you can take off that'll make her feel cooler around her ears, or make the haircut last a little longer. But if you can get some of that comb forward and then get around the ear without cutting her, you should do it. It's real tricky, one of the trickiest parts of the haircut to do, and still be gentle with the client. It's always good to use a pair of scissors that has a end that's blunt, not real pointy, and that way you can get up next to skin. Alright, Sarah, just like a straight up head. Yeah. This part's tricky too. Just turn the scissor upside down to get that part. As soon as you cut it, that hair's going to move, so don't be afraid to comb it a whole bunch of times. I got a little corner right in there, so I should take that off if I can reach it. I learned to cut the bangs first, then the sides, and then the back from great clips. They called it front, sides, back. They gave us a moniker for that. They told us to remember fries, shake, and burgers. I really don't know. I really don't know the reason for going in this order, but it's working for me now with short ladies' haircuts, so I do it. Cutting on your fingers on the back like this can layer it a little bit because you project it out. So to get a real clean line, you can just also lay the scissor on their neck. And remember, she wants it in that round shape, so I'm trying to go around and not make a level line. If the skin's damp like that, you really got to be careful because the scissor will stick and pick up skin. So if you're starting out, just cut with the hair in your hand for a little bit. To get that corner with the scissor on the skin, you can cut that way, but about the best way is just turn it around. Now that's all done. Now to start on the layering, I start at one spot on the top. You can find the highest point on her head by just laying the comb on top of her head. And the place where it balances, that's the top of the crown. So pick up a little bit of that hair, and this is going to be your first guide that you use for cutting layers. So she says she wants a 1/2 inch off. If I cut that right there, that'd be about a 1/2 inch off. Well, I want to pick up her bangs that I cut earlier and look at them. And when I cut that 1/2 inch off, I want to angle towards her bangs. So I'm going to get that little bit of hair. You'd have her lower right now if she was in a stylish chair, so you could kind of look down on the haircut a little better. No, it's all good. And with this guy, then you're going to make a section in the shape of a mohawk. You're not going to give her a mohawk. You're just going to take a vertical section and come forward down to that spot where you saw her bangs are. She's got real thick hair, so you have to cut real close on your fingers. It'll just curl right over your fingers, so you have to be careful and not cut yourself. So I'm going to continue getting that section. Hopefully it's right there in the middle of her head. I'm going to pick up more hair, and then I'm just going to keep working forward. I have to go slow and check it as I work because it's easy to miss little pieces in thick, curly hair. I'm picking up some more. She's got a concern of like a higher forehead or a spot that she would call receding, but everybody else in the world would say you just have plenty of hair right there. So I'm going to start pulling away from her head a little bit when I start nearing her forehead, because I want to leave some of this hair up here longer to cover those spots. So now I've made a little mohawk. Now I'm going to like cut it in half, and it's going to be my guide for when I stand behind her, and then cut the left side of the head and the right side of the head. So I usually start on the right. I usually start at the front. So I'm going to pick up some hair here at the front that is behind her bang, and hopefully I'm going to see that little bit of hair I've already cut that's in the mohawk right there in the middle. And there it is right there. So I'm going to cut to that spot, and I'm also going to pull the hair back towards me a little bit, and that leaves some length there at the front. So I see my spot here near my knuckle, and I'm just going to cut right on over to it. And it's just a real simple matter of then just working your way back, picking up some more hair. Then I'll see my guide in the middle, and I'll see that hair in front of it that I just cut. So all I gotta do is cut along that hair right to the guide in the middle. Same thing. I need to thank my beautiful camera lady, my wife Amanda. You rock, babe.
Thanks.
Okay, I got to that spot that's the